I just got home from a lunch and I really wanted to address this point because I was speaking to one of my friends who has been running his agency for a fairly long time now. And one thing that I noticed was the way that he'd shifted how he'd done things and the way that we both now see our own agencies, because the way we used to see it was the camera was the product. We were selling the content. In reality, what we are selling is the knowledge to grow their business with content. This was a huge shift. And so if there is anything I want you guys to take away from this video, I want you to understand exactly how to make that shift, how to make that pivot and actually generate more money, get you off the tools and build a life of freedom so you can go away and still generate an income. You can spend time over the weekend not stressing about an edit that you need to get done. All of these things that I've been through. That's why I'm in a suit, because I just had a really nice lunch out at a winery and I had to sit down and talk about this now because this is extremely fucking important. So just give me your attention for the next 10 minutes because I think this will help you a lot in terms of where your agency is actually going and the direction I want you to go down, because filming a video is one thing, selling your knowledge on how to actually grow your business with content is another, and that's exactly what changed for me, and I want to change that for you as well. So this is the pivot I made to generate 51K a month with my agency. There's 4 steps that I followed, and the first began with why your service isn't scaling. So one thing that I found is you've built a business that requires you to physically show up to generate revenue, which means every dollar you have, every dollar you make has a ceiling attached to it. And so this is you right now. You're doing a bunch of different things. And this was me, honestly, like not that long ago, I'd say one and a half years ago. I was shooting so often. Every weekend I'd be out shooting. I'd be editing nonstop. Like every single edit I didn't understand the point of actually like hiring editors, which I don't understand why, because the moment I actually started making decent money with our agency, I got an editor. It was dumb that I didn't actually get an editor. You're probably doing all the admin, all the client communication, doing all the team management if you've built a little bit of a team. And that is a problem. Now, I want to run you through one of my clients who, his name's Jai, and he pretty much helps barbers grow their personal brands and builds the content system around their personal brand, which is pretty fucking powerful because I don't actually know a lot of people who are doing this. And he's niched down to a market of buyers who need his fucking service, because we helped him generate 230,000 views on one reel. And this was speaking directly to his ICP. So you can only imagine the amount of inbounds that he got from this one reel. It was fucking crazy. And he actually 7x'd his following count. Genuinely, in 1 month, he 7x'd his following count. He attracted a bunch of qualified buyers, all from content. And so think about this. The done for you way would be you show up to the shop, you film the cuts, you build the content system on the site. Jordan keeps cutting. Let's use Jordan as the barber in this scenario. Jordan keeps cutting, you handle everything. So let's say this is Jordan. The one thing about this is Jai was getting a fuck ton of leads, but they weren't from Melbourne, which is where we live. Now, the old way of thinking would be, okay, I've got so many people who are actually interested in wanting to know more about what I do. Why would I actually give up this opportunity of not being able to sell to these leads that have come in the door? Now, you'd be stupid to say no. You'd be stupid to give away those opportunities. But we position Jai as an expert who can help them with their content system without physically having to be there to film the content. That's the one shift you need to understand. Jai wasn't a filmmaker. He only started his agency 6 months ago, but he understands filmmaking, but what he understands extremely fucking well is how to post content with a purpose and how to actually convert your audience from not just fans, but to buyers, because you don't need a big audience to do that. And honestly, Jai is living proof of that. So he is the perfect example to be able to sell to his ICP, his ideal clients, who are barbers. This worked extremely well. So that's the first thing you need to understand. You need to remove the done for you offer if people are coming in internationally. That's extremely fucking important. Now, the real problem, this was a fucking big problem. A big example from me as well. I wanted to put this there. I had a client reach out from overseas. Loved what we were doing. He fucking loved our content and he'd been following me for ages. He wanted to work together. Flights, accommodation, they blew the budget. Under the old model, that was a dead lead. Now, this is why this is extremely fucking important. This is your local total addressable market, your TAM. So let's look at the audience that Jai brought in. Jai brought in 325 followers, and 17% were from the UK, 15% were from US, 13% were from Australia. Now, the one thing to pay attention to this is even though he brought in 13% from Australia, think about the states that are in Australia. Australia is a big place. Not everyone lives in Melbourne. So the amount of people that he actually got into his ecosystem from this one piece of content, it would probably be, I don't know, 2-3%. That's not a lot of people considering the actual amount of buyers that he had interested in his fucking content. I mean, look at this. His DMs were flooded. His DMs were flooded. And so the local total addressable market, your content already reaches the global total addressable market through organic. But your business model of filming the content only lets you work with the red ones. Because all these pieces of content that Jai was attracting through his organic was only attracting people elsewhere. And I'm sure he did get some people from Melbourne, but it would have been these guys, which is not a very big total addressable market. And so the way I see this is when I'm helping my clients, I want to make sure that you are reaching the biggest total addressable market with your content, because why limit yourself? There's a whole world out there. Why not market to the world instead of marketing to your little city that you're in? Because that's going to be the one thing that holds you back. You're going to be capped to the amount of clients you can actually work with in your local city. This gives you the opportunity to not just have to film, but you can drop the camera, and then that allows you to actually still be able to consult on the content strategy. Now, this is what Jai's strategy looks like right now. He's working with a global total addressable market, and more of a done with you system. So put it this way, Jordan films on his phone. Jordan is the barber. Jai curates the strategy, scripts the reels, edits and posts. The full system with no travel required. And that's how he's able to do this. That's how all of these buyers and now people in his audience that he can actually sell to. Now look at the difference. Look at how many more people he can fucking market to. And look at how many more people he can actually have in his ecosystem that he can sell to. The UK, the US, Australia, Canada. That's the 4 biggest countries that you can sell to. When everyone says who has the most buying power, it's these 4 countries. And that's who he was able to attract with his content. And that's what we help people do. We help our clients build an organic content system that actually generates viewers who won't just become fucking fans, but become buyers. 5.6K likes later, 2.4K sends later, 2.9K saves later. You get a fuck ton of views. But views don't mean shit if they don't become buyers. So this is the question. It's not about the camera in the room anymore. Your camera is just a byproduct of what you do. It doesn't actually mean anything. It's the strategy behind the content. You need to start seeing yourself as a strategist who consults businesses on how to grow their business through content. And it just happens that you film videos that convert. That is it. Anyone can film a video, but nobody can replicate your knowledge. Because what you have up here is way more important than what fucking camera you have. You've been selling the wrong part of what you do this whole fucking time. Your camera is just a product, but nobody can replicate your knowledge. Have a think about that. Because once I made that shift and once I understood that, I genuinely felt like I became a business owner. I wasn't a fucking operator who went out with a camera. And yes, I still love shooting. I still love going out there and doing the 5-figure projects once a month. I love our clients. They're great. But I think when you are stuck in the cycle of doing 1-2 grand shoots every single day, it exhausts the fuck out of you. And you don't get to step back and actually understand how to run the business because you're so in it. You are so involved in the day-to-day that you just become an employee to your own business. And that's when you lose, because nothing grows. You don't have any time to post content because you're too stuck in the fucking business. You don't have any time to even work on any sort of acquisition system to get clients. And then what? Then you don't have a business because you're the one running the show. So here's the exact framework I used when I stopped selling production and I started selling outcomes. 3 decisions in this order. First of all, you keep telling yourself you're a videographer. You will always introduce yourself as someone who says, I am a videographer. And that is the worst mistake you can fucking make. Because it's all about your identity and the way you tell yourself certain things. If you woke up every day and you convinced yourself that you will be a millionaire in the next year, you will take the necessary steps in order to become that person. You may not actually achieve that, but I can almost guarantee that you will be a few more steps ahead than you trying to aim for your little 10K a month, 20K a month, 30K a month goal. Because when you think way bigger than what you're thinking and you can tell yourself that every single day, you will get a lot closer and if not, achieve that goal. So you need to remove fucking videographer out of your vocabulary. This is the shift. You are a creative director. You work on the strategy, the systems, and the outcomes, and that is it. The content is only a byproduct of these 3. That's the one thing you need to understand. The content's a byproduct of these 3 because you understand how to film the content. That is it. And I know you watching this right now understand this. You understand the strategy behind what you do. You understand the systems you need to put in place. And you understand the outcomes. You understand how to actually get there. So first of all, why aren't you doing this for yourself in your own content? Because that's also another big thing. But then why aren't you actually selling the mechanisms behind it? Now, number 1, stop calling yourself a videographer. Number 2, kill the monthly retainer. Because every single fucking person is packaging their offers in monthly retainers and it makes you look the exact fucking same. You look the same as everyone else in the fucking sheep herd. Everyone's screaming monthly retainer, monthly retainer. Why would anyone pick you over anyone else when you're saying the same shit? Monthly retainers have no defined outcomes. Clients can leave at any time. The upfront might be 1.5, 2, 3 grand a month. But you need 10 of these to survive. Now, the one thing that a lot of agency owners face is offer fatigue. And so everyone is screaming monthly retainer. We scream 90-day systems. A clear outcome in 90 days. 3 months. 6 grand up front. The client is now invested. And 1 client replaces 4 retainers. And what happens now is you understand the outcomes, the systems, that you will provide an insane result in the 90 days, which you already should be if you are running a monthly retainer model. But in the 90-day system, come the end of the 90 days, you will have a great result. You will have built a great relationship with your client. That's when you sell on the back end. That's what fucking sells. And that's the monthly retainer you should be selling after the 90-day system. That's the way I see it. And that will change your fucking agency forever. Because once you start selling this, you will not go back. Third, your content attracts clients worldwide. So why aren't you using your profile as your pipeline? This is how it looks in my eyes. And this is exactly what I do. My content goes directly to my profile. From my profile, then I nurture people in the DMs. I may have a few long form YouTube videos that I've filmed. And so they'll see my short form, they come into my DMs, we nurture them with long forms, then we book in a call to assist them, to assist these business owners, to assist whatever your niche may be. Barbers, in Jai's case, whoever you're working with. But this allows you to work with clients anywhere in the world, which means you don't even need to be here to make money from your agency. Now think about that for a second, because we have always understood that you need to be the one behind the camera in order to fulfill the work. I don't see it like that, because your knowledge is the most valuable thing when it comes to this. And so that is what you're fucking selling. But this is the freedom that it gives you. Because after 2 years filming real estate videos every single fucking day, I was sick of filming. I didn't want to film. I didn't want to film another property. I started to dread it because nothing was happening. I didn't feel like I was doing this. I didn't feel like I was doing the strategy, the systems, and the outcomes. I was just rocking up and filming a property video. But I understood this, and this is what excited me. Because I know that if I can generate a business money, I will make money. That is so fucking important. And that's the freedom that it gives you. Because you can then work with clients anywhere in the world. And so your total addressable market becomes so much fucking bigger, which gives you a way bigger pool of potential clients to work with. And you attract them through your content. And that's why your profile is your pipeline. Okay, now that you understand the solution and how it looks, this is the system that we have personally used in our agency to actually generate a client a return. And this is so important. I really want you to pay attention to this. This is what we install for clients in 90 days. This exact system. 4 phases, and each one compounds on the last. Positioning and strategy is week 1 and 2. So we sit down with our clients and we define who they're talking to. We actually need to understand a lot about our clients, because if we don't, we're going to be telling them to put content out there for the sake of it. And when that happens, nothing ever goes down well. Define who they're talking to, what angle makes them stand out, so look at competitors, and what content actually attracts buyers in their market. That's what we need to do. We need to sit down with our clients and truly understand that. We allow 1 to 2 weeks for this, but it really depends on how quickly the client is actually willing to get into it. Most of our clients are willing to start in the first week, so it's really easy just to get straight into it. But if you're not sitting down with your clients and understanding this, then how are you providing a return? That's what week 1 to 2 looks like. Weeks 2 to 8 is pretty much where the whole content production is actually held. So we will then ideate everything around the hooks, the scripts, the frameworks, built around their ideal client. They film it, we handle everything else. So the scripting, the briefing, if there is any, and the strategy behind every single piece of content. That's weeks 2 to 8 when the actual content production is being done. Then weeks 4 to 12, the distribution and the lead flow. Automated posting, so they don't even have to touch their content. Performance tracking, making sure that everything is actually monitored. We're doubling down on the posts that are working. Then a CTA framework that converts attention into inbound leads. That's super important. Certain upsells that you can give to your clients as well as many chat automations, things like that. That's a conversation for another day, but those are gold. And then a full back-end setup, so nothing falls through the cracks. That's pretty much how everything looks. It is a simple system, but it fucking works. We understand how content looks and how content performs. So especially if you are posting content like I do. I'm in it. I'm involved in it. Like I understand this shit so fucking well. And so it makes the process with other clients so fucking simple. And that's why we're generating results like this for our clients, because we understand content. We understand how to get 320 followers who are your exact ICP. And that's the best fucking part. Then phase 4, optimization and scale. So this is more of the ongoing part. Identify what's converting, doubling down on it, authorities compounding, and then the inbounds become predictable instead of occasional. And so that's what we are pretty much in this stage with Jai right now. Making sure that his content now is more of the middle of funnel content. Because we've already got the top of funnel, we've already got the viewers, the ideal clients coming in the door. But now it's about building more trust, selling Jai as a person. That's really where the power lies. So that's the 4-phase system that we follow. In a nutshell, that is what it looks like. And so if you're not following anything like this, then you're probably off track on where you're going with your clients currently. But that's how I market it. It's a very simple system, but no one is selling this, the 90 days. That's so fucking important. Please change that if you're running monthly retainers. Then within 90 days, this is the outcome. They've got a predictable inbound lead system, authority above every competitor, content that attracts buyers, and a system that compounds without the extra workload. Because we also don't want to make our clients' life more difficult than what it is. And so the one thing that we find our clients find the most skeptical is they think that they're going to have to spend a lot of time filming if we don't film the content. That was one problem that we came across a lot. But we can almost promise to them that it will take no longer than 2 hours a month if they understand content from our SOPs, which are fucking great. Our team worked so fucking long on them to make sure that they are perfect for our clients. And it's just the best way to actually have a system for your clients to be able to understand content so they can film it. Because realistically, anyone can film content. My grandpa can film content. Like, it's nothing special nowadays. And that's the one thing that we can't sell as the mechanism, because anyone can do it. But not a lot of people have your knowledge. And so that's what you're selling. So that's the outcome of the 90 days. And that really brings it back to then generating the results for your clients and so on. And so when you generate results for your clients, they're happy, you upsell them, you continue the relationship. But that is the pivot that I made with my own agency to generate $51,000 in a single month. These 4 steps, that is it. And you can do this today. You can start this right fucking now after you watch this video. All you need to do is just start posting strategic content, which you already understand how to do. But now your market is this. Now your market is this. And that should fucking excite you. And if it doesn't, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Because now you're marketing to the world. And that changed everything for me. That one switch actually, completely changed my agency. I really hope you make the necessary changes in order to get to this level where you can fucking charge very high retainers and very high 90-day systems, like a 6K upfront package. That's what I want you to do. And I know you're capable of doing it because you are watching this video. So make that pivot. And I want you to make a fuck ton of money. I genuinely do. That's what I want to see you do. I want to see everyone who watches my content, whether they're paying, whether they're not, I want to see you win. Because it really makes me fucking happy. So send me a message on Instagram. If you want some help, let me know. I want to point you in the right direction, and I want to make sure that you guys can continue to make money through your agency and live a life that you actually enjoy, because I've been there. I've done the shoots, I've done the fucking 14-hour days where I was filming properties, and it got to the point where I wasn't excited by it. And then it became a fucking job. And that is when it doesn't become enjoyable, and you start questioning everything. And so I don't want you to feel like that. You are building an agency where you are selling your knowledge and you're helping your clients generate a fucking return with content. That's what you're doing. I hope this video helped.